How to spot a pandering company 101. It's very easy in the month of June. Take, for example, the NFL. When they changed their logo to this is what they look like in June. But you compare that with places across the world and their accounts in China, and this is their logo. So, do they really care, or are they just trying to increase sales here in America and keep whatever sales they have over there in China? I'm Tyler Zed. Welcome to Zeducation. Welcome to my channel, and welcome to another episode of That Didn't Age Well. Here on this series, we highlight hypocritical and lying politicians, mainstream media, and celebrities and entertainers. And today is a jam-packed episode. We have some streamers, some YouTubers, Lebron James, AOC, and we have more June pandering fails. These companies, these organizations, they don't actually care about the things they push. They don't care about the causes they push. It's all about what is the best marketing strategy for certain markets. And we're going to see that through more organizations than just the NFL. But first, before we get into today's list, I just want to remind you guys that we have a new podcast episode up over on Zedcast with another one coming this week. And if you want to continue supporting this channel, please head down and like this video and make sure you are subscribed and have the bell clicked for notifications when new videos are uploaded. Now, on to this week's Things That Didn't Age Well. Number 10. A very common thing with these socialists and these lefties is this idea of tax the rich. You got people like Bernie, AOC. We're going to get to AOC here in a second. Bernie's got 4 houses. And then you have social media influencers like this girl who went viral last year for a TikTok that she did and a dance she did while wearing AOC's Tax the Rich. Tax the rich, guys. Tax the rich. And this same influencer is thriving under capitalism. And I mean thriving. As she tweets photos like this Beamer girl driving around in BMWs, and she just made a video about her and her $2 million apartments. $2 million apartments. And here's the best part. Here's a gauge of what her supporters were saying and defending her on this. What happened to tax eat the rich? 2 million is not rich. 2 million is not rich. All right, you know what? It's not ultra rich. It's not Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos rich. But I don't know where you come from. $2 million? That's about what somebody will make in 50 years of working a full-time job. 2 million is a lot of money. And mind you, this is just for her apartments. This isn't anything else of her cost of living or her future cost of living. This is a $2 million apartment. But hey, whoa, what am I saying? Tax the rich, man. Eat the rich, man. It's just not a fair world, dude. Equity. Equity. Don't mind my $2 million apartment. Don't mind my thousands and thousands of dollars of jewelry and cars. It doesn't mean I have to follow those rules, okay? Number 9, sticking with the same idea, the same person who pushes the tax the rich narrative, we go to AOC for this one. When she tweeted out this about her grandma.
Just over a week ago, my abuela fell ill. I went to Puerto Rico to see her, my first time in a year plus because of COVID. This is her home. Hurricane Maria relief hasn't arrived. Trump blocked relief money for Puerto Rico. People are being forced to flee ancestral homes, and developers are taking them.
Wow. Orange man bad. Orange man. I can't believe he did this to AOC's abuela. Wow. Screw him, man. This is the same helpless AOC that just, has to have the government to help her grandma. Report, Ocasio-Cortez is living the high life in luxury DC apartments. AOC's electric shock, Tesla's owned by socialist firebrand, is spotted illegally parked outside a DC Whole Foods. Luxury apartment, Tesla, shopping at Whole Foods, which is very expensive if you're on a budget. Clearly you're not, and you can't help out your grandma? That's very sad. You need orange man bad. Orange man bad. Also on this story, we'll talk about this a little bit more in the next podcast, but there was a group of conservatives that raised over $100,000 to fix this apartment for her, and it was denied. And they don't want to accept that money because, it has to come from orange man, all right? Number 8. There is no I in team. Unless you went to public school and you have a little trouble with spelling. I say this because recently LeBron James got ripped online for walking off the court with over 5 minutes left in the Lakers' blowout loss to the Suns. LeBron James leaving his team out on the court to lose without him. He just left them because, according to him, he is the team. He's the only one that matters. Screw his teammates. And karma bit him because for the first time, LeBron James was eliminated in the first round of the playoffs. Maybe if you were more of a team player like you were early on in your career, this wouldn't have happened. It's sad to see the fall from grace you've had. It's really sad to see. Number 7. Speaking of AOC and Orange Man Bad, throughout his presidency, we had narratives like this from the New York Times. Help me find Trump's anarchists in Portland. The president has his politically driven narrative, and then there's reality. Antifa's fake, man. That was literally the narrative. They were saying that it was an idea. Antifa's not even real. How dare they? Really? Trump? You freaking liar. You're just trying to get people riled up. You right-wing nutjob. And outside of the New York Times, fellow propaganda site Washington Post was writing articles like this. Violent protests, clashes turned Portland into a right-wing boogeyman. Here's how it happened. Right-wing boogeyman. Yeah, Antifa's not even a big deal. Yeah, it's pretty much fake. It's all just to get people riled up on the right. That's it. But here's the Washington Post today. Anarchists and an increase in violent crime hijack Portland's social justice movement. Wait a minute. I thought that was a boogeyman. I thought you said that was BS. I thought it was fake. Huh. This is one of many things that you guys have flip-flopped on. It's remarkable to see. Remarkable. Number 6. Stumbling, mumbling, fumbling Joe Biden. He was on stage last week, and he told us that the biggest threat to America was this.
The joint session of Congress, according to the intelligence community, terrorism from white supremacy is the most lethal threat to the homeland today. Not ISIS, not Al-Qaeda, white supremacists.
White supremacy. Not Al-Qaeda, not terrorism, not even this, which was out on the same day, not even China, saying that the country must prepare for nuclear war with the US after Biden asks for COVID probe. White supremacy, that's the biggest threat, not nukes with China. One nuke, there goes the city. That's not a problem. White supremacy, guys. Listen to Joe. I can't even take this seriously anymore. We live in clown world, you guys. Clown world. Number 5. Back to the Democrat propaganda sites. The New York Times. Back when Trump passed his $4 trillion budget, this is how they spun it. White House proposes $4.4 trillion budget that adds $7 trillion to deficits. Adding to the deficits. By the way, I think this was a bad budget as well. I personally believe that $4.4 trillion, that's insanity. Government has gotten way too big. It's out of control. But the point is, they're saying that this adds money to the deficits. They suddenly care about deficits here under Trump. But now under Biden, when the budget is bigger, this is how they say it. Biden proposes $6 trillion budget to make U.S. more competitive. So under Trump, it's adding to the deficit, but under Biden, we're more competitive. One's bad, one's good. Not to mention Biden's is, 1.6 trillion more. New York Times, they are an arm of the Democratic Party, period. Number 4, we go to the good old fact checkers, specifically USA Today and their fact checking on Facebook. In 2020, there was a meme on Facebook that said this. Remember the good old days when Barack and Joe were in charge? Let me refresh your memory. Just a reminder of what things looked like the last time Biden was in the White House. Pretty factual. That was the last time he was in the White House with Barry. Those were the gas prices. But you gotta fact check that, and here's the fact check. Fact check, gas prices spiked in 2012. Posts on high fuel costs if Biden wins lack context. Lacks context. And to remind you, when you post something like that and the USA Today fact checks it, it demonetizes and prohibits the reach of your Facebook page. They do this because this is a political weapon to prevent information that they don't want to spread on Facebook. That's why they do this. But they're hacks too, because this actually didn't lack context. That was a factual post, and now it's getting worse than what it was the last time they were in office. May 13th, 2021, California, up to $6 a gallon. Why gasoline in California is so expensive. Yeah, there you go. There you go. USA Today, will you fact check this, please? Please, will you fact check this? 4 News, NBC in California, $6 a gallon. You should fact check this and prohibit the reach of this so people don't get too upset. Number 3, not too long ago, the Nigerian president got one of his posts censored and deleted by Twitter. They silenced him, they muzzled him, and said he couldn't say certain things. And Nigeria responded to that by blocking Twitter after Twitter deleted the president's post. So you can no longer get on Twitter in Nigeria, which is a very large country. That's a lot of business loss for Twitter. And suddenly, Twitter seems to care about free speech. This is what they tweeted.
We are deeply concerned by the blocking of Twitter in Nigeria. Access to the free and open internet is an essential human right in modern society. We will work to restore access for all those in Nigeria who rely on Twitter to communicate and connect with the world.
The open internet is an essential human right in modern society. This is coming from Twitter, the same place who banned the presidents. They banned the presidents among many, many, many other people, and they're sitting here saying that this is a human right in modern society. You know what? I think the United States should respond by all of the censorship on Twitter by banning access to Twitter as well. You know, it only makes sense, at least until they comply with the First Amendment, the right to free speech, because I agree. I think it should be an open internet, especially today. But they don't believe that until they're losing millions and millions of people of business. That's when they start to care, suddenly. Number two, we go to CNN, and one of their anchors, Chris Cillizza, who tweeted this the other day.
The Trump GOP is all about performative politics.
Quote, tweeting this picture of Josh Mandel burning a mask. And, you know, the burning the mask thing, especially as a politician, I think it's stupid. I don't know why you have to do this. Whatever, we all agree masks are dumb. You don't need to burn the mask. I think that's stupid too. So I agree with Chris here. But Chris here from CNN, who claims that CNN is this objective news reporting site, says this about the GOP, but completely ignores the performative politics from the left, like this. Oh, there's some nice performative politics, doing it for the photo shoot. Oh, this one too. I'll never forget this one. This was just beautiful. And you got this dumb one, which was a false narrative as well. And then you got this Yahoo having Kentucky Fried Chicken on the floor. Performative politics. Both parties participate in performative politics. Both are guilty. But Chris, you only call out the one for some reason. And you claim to be objective. That's the thing. You claim to be objective, but you're not. Number one, back to swampy organizations, people manipulating others for their own gain. The marketing dollar in June. It lies with the rainbow. You got, like I said, back to NFL. The NFL changed their logo to the rainbow, but they didn't do that in China. So you have to ask, why did the NFL not change their logo to the rainbow flag in China? Why? Is it because China doesn't like that and you're going to lose business? Is that why? I don't know. And the NFL isn't the only place. There are many other companies that have been caught pandering here in America and not pandering in certain other places of the world, like Mercedes-Benz. There you got the USA. There you got the UK. You got Canada. And then Mercedes in the Middle East. Why didn't they change their logo? Why? Are they afraid to lose business over there so they don't actually care about the messages they're pushing? Just like the BLM stuff. All these places that claim to care about BLM, they don't really care. Then you got BMW. Oh, BMW Saudi Arabia. Why didn't you change your logo in Saudi Arabia? I don't get it. Why BMW? And then you got more places like this one. Bethesda, Middle East. Oh, no. Yeah, there you go. Whatever cause you can push to get you the most bang for your buck. That's what these companies do. They don't actually care about the stuff they push. What do you think about today's list? What do you think about AOC, about the fake news, and all these pandering companies? Let me know what you think down in the comments. While you're down there, please like this video. Please help me get it recommended to others. That's it for today's video. Until next time, I'm Tyler Zed, and this is Zeducation.
Idiots.